Here's my Pellegrino. I found it again. Thought I'd never find this drink or my wallet ever in my own home.
We have had such a hilarious couple of days.
In the Twilight Zone.
Literally in the Twilight Zone. Basically, we had somebody. Do you want to explain the story?
You tell him.
Okay, so
we had an outside influence, and we lost track of ourselves.
Yeah, a little bit. When we went to take Dante and Ava to the bus station yesterday, was it yesterday? No, the day before, to get their midnight bus because they were supposed to be staying over, only to find out that the bus left 2 hours previously. So on the way back, Dante is like, he's got a whole energy about him. He's like very disorganized, and it totally rubbed off on us. Firstly, because I lost my GoPro, which I found, by the way. I found it last night as I was getting into my bed, so now I have 2 GoPros.
I lost my own wallet in my own home, and I literally couldn't find it.
Turned out he'd moved it. And we had interesting times trying to find the way back to the house the other day. Because Keith...
Shut up. And they also lost 3 remote controls at the same time. Who has ever heard of such a thing? And my phone. It's a new record.
Oh, it was a whole thing. But hopefully now...
No, I'm exiting. Have a good time, everybody.
And yeah,
the rest of the tour, get the picnic table in.
Yes, yeah. And I'm gonna go up to Los Alamos now, so that'll be fun. And I'll see you guys in a bit. So I've just pulled up on the route up to Los Alamos. Gonna go to the museum up there, the Manhattan Project, where the world's first atomic bomb was created. So gonna go do that. And the route upwards to get there is through the mountains, so hopefully I get some really cool footage of that. Just red rocks everywhere. It looks really stunning. So yeah, it's gonna take a couple of hours in total to get to Los Alamos from Albuquerque. So left my couch surfer, the legend that is Keith, and yeah, onwards and upwards. So I'm currently sat about 8,000 feet above. Just had a beautiful drive through the mountains. I mean, the views weren't fantastic to get on camera because there's lots of trees. I mean, you can see just there's a lot of trees, sort of like I'm fully in the forest now. I think I've hit the top because we went up for ages. Well, I don't know why I keep saying we. It's me, myself and I went up for ages, and now the road's starting to go maybe over the peak and start to go down again. Albuquerque. I mean, I know it's famous for drugs and everything, but yeah, I mean, stereotypes are clearly there for a reason. Everywhere you go, people, you know, with the shopping trolleys full of stuff, people passed out on the side of the road. We saw a paramedic tending to a woman who was clearly OD'd on something, her mouth was hanging open. She was, you know, doing all this kind of stuff. And fun fact, Albuquerque, you are more likely to get your car nicked in Albuquerque than you are any other city in the US. And the reason for that is because, well, they take your car, drive it south. They don't check cars when they enter Mexico. The minute it enters Mexico, car's gone, never to be found again. They sell it $500,000, stuff like that. It's easy money if you know how to nick a car. What else? I mean, it's not a tourist attraction destination, really. There's loads of things to do on the outskirts, deserty stuff, museums, all that kind of thing. But Albuquerque itself, there aren't even any skyscrapers. It's really quite, because well, as I was driving in, I sort of went over the hill and got like the view of the city, and it's all just basically just sort of like flat houses. But yeah, a very interesting couple of days. Keith is an absolute hoot. He really is. What an absolute legend of a guy. And obviously, he hosted 2 other guests, unpromptu, because they missed their bus. How do you miss a bus 2 hours late? But it is what it is. And they ended up staying for 2 nights. And then I ended up taking them to the bus station this morning because Keith wasn't feeling it. He lost his wallet. He hadn't had his morning coffee. The bus is at 9 o'clock. He was like, "You're going to have to get an Uber." I was like, "It's fine. I'll take you." So I took them to the bus station. They're going over to Amarillo. And then I think they're going up to Ohio to find somewhere to stay. In New Mexico, I feel like I've pretty much done the states. Did the Bisty Badlands. That was really cool. Did the Shiprock. Driven to Roswell, done the desert, like miles upon miles of desert, just driven through the beautiful red rocks, in the mountains now. Obviously going to go to Los Alamos, and then I'm going to go to Taos later on to see the scenery up there. So I can safely say that I've done, at least by the end of today, I will have done New Mexico as a state. And in other news, it rained briefly for half a second. So yeah, eventful. And you know what? You never know how things are going to go before you turn up. My phone getting run over definitely wasn't on the agenda. Me losing GoPro, buying another one, and then finding it definitely wasn't on the agenda. Two random gamblers. That's what they do. They gamble. They say they win 65% of the time, but that's how they make their money, through gambling. But as far as I'm concerned, the clue's in the name, right? Gambling. It ain't guaranteed. But what do I know? It is what it is. Look at all them. Presumably for firewood. A lot of the trees around here have been cut. Wow. That is quite the view. And that sign there says elk viewing only. Area close to hunting. Interesting. I'm looking out and I can't see any elk. But it is beautiful. That right there is the entrance to the Los Alamos. The Los Alamos National Laboratory, which obviously is quite famous. Tech areas. Ooh. Tech areas. Look at that. Wow. It's a bit sad that I'm so obsessed with the laboratory. But to be fair, it is the laboratory where they figured out how to crack the atom. So, you know, kind of cool. Oh my god. So, what I took a video of earlier totally wasn't the National Laboratory. As I was coming into Los Alamos, I passed this security checkpoint. Get to the thing and the guy's like, "ID please." And then he said, "Have you got any drugs, alcohol or firearms?" And I said no. And he said, "Where are you headed to?" And I said, "Los Alamos." And he was like, "Right, okay, well, just to let you know, you're just about to enter government property. So no photos, no videos, and don't turn right, okay? Just keep going straight for about a mile, then you'll pop out into the town on the other end. Just keep going." It's like, right, okay. So obviously no footage because, you know, against the law and don't want to cross the US government. But as I was passing, there was, you know, signs for nuclear research and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I've officially driven through the National Laboratory where the atomic bomb was created. So yeah, achievement unlocked. And I've just pulled up to the History Museum, so I'm going to go in and have a little look-see at that. Okay, so this house right here is where some of the scientists, including Richard Feynman, slept during the early days of the Manhattan Project. Very cool. As you can see, still surrounded by mountains. This is Fuller Lodge, which was used during the war, obviously. There's a base. This house, can't go in because it's closed for renovations or something. is where Oppenheimer stayed during the Manhattan Project. So this is cool. House of a famous person. Cool little car. Shame you can't go in. Well, there we are. Oppenheimer's house. In all its outside glory. Oh, and there he is. Can't really see it very well. Furniture, table in there. That's pretty much it. There we have it. I mean, there's only so many times I can take a video about the outside of a house, really, isn't there? On the way to Taos now. And just look at that beautiful scenery behind me. Fantastic, isn't it? I can't keep stopping. Every 5 minutes I'll turn around the corner and there's another beautiful view. Can't keep stopping, otherwise I'm never gonna bloody get there. Oh, poor little horsey. He looks like he's struggling to stand up every time the tow goes on the corner. Bless him. So I just went out to the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge. Views are pretty spectacular, to be fair. It started raining. Good job I packed my waterproofs. And it was pretty damn windy as well out there. Pretty damn windy. So, yeah, I'm definitely glad I packed this. I also didn't want to get blown off. You know how I am with heights. So, I didn't get as close to the edge as I could have done. Probably didn't get as great a footage as I could have done with this thing here. But it is what it is. It's nice, it's pretty, but it was absolutely, I was scared I was going to get blown off. And then I went to the other side, where the wind was coming from, so it would blow me into the road rather than over the edge. So I got some nice footage of that. But yeah, really spectacular. Who knew New Mexico had such stunning views? Who knew? Not me. So this is the little town of Taos. Looks very Hispanic. It's a little plaza. And it's raining. It is raining sometimes. No way. I actually have one of those. Huh. So mine's got engravings on them. On it. I wonder if there's anywhere I can go for a cup of coffee. Or hot chocolate.
My name is Adam Crockett. I'm from Denver, Colorado. And I guess the message I have is we are here to live. It's remarkable, whatever you believe, that we're here. Whether or not we are stardust come together in human form. If you're of the science mind, the chances of that happening are absolutely unique and the most profound way. So embracing life and truly living and taking advantage of it and experiencing and loving each other and experiencing love, whether it hurts or not, is so profoundly important. Personally, I believe that we are all connected and everything is connected. On a quantum physics level, I believe that everything is connected. At a spiritual level, I think everything's connected. So I live and try and pursue things that shatter the illusion of separateness. I don't believe that people are good or bad or things are good or bad. I believe that we're either in the illusion of separateness and clinging on to something outside of ourselves or that we think is outside of ourselves, and that creates suffering for us. And if that's what we need to do, that's just fine too. But if we can learn from these painful experiences and truly live, and let go and just be here and now in the present moment, which is the only moment that exists, because the past has already happened and literally does not exist anymore. The future hasn't happened yet, so it does not exist yet. So all we have is right now, literally. So being here and now and not stuck in the past or worried about the future and living in love and connection, I think that's it. I hope you find it.
Taos is a really cool place to visit. Just coming up to the ashram temple. The guy that I was talking to in the cafe recommended it. He's from Denver, legend, lent me a sleeping bag. He was, because I told him I was sleeping in the car, and he was like, we're like 7,000-8,000 elevation, you're sleeping in the car, it's going to get cold. I was like, yeah, I know. But I was okay the other night. And he was like, I'll tell you what, I'll lend you my sleeping bag, send me a message when you're back in Denver and give it to me back. I was like, sound. So that's what I'm going to do. And now I'm just going to have a quick look at the temple. So yeah, happy days. Well, it looks like my adventures in New Mexico have come to an end, because I'm just about to head into colourful Colorado. Well, actually I'm not, because this right here is not a bad place for me to get my head down for the night. So that's what I'm going to do. It's 8 o'clock and I'm going to park up, grab some kip, and then get up bright and early tomorrow morning and head on to my next destination. So we are now camping out. My new friend Adam.
Hello.
I don't know, you can't even see him because it's so dark. We can hear the coyotes going in the background, and we've got a little fire going. So yeah, I was gonna camp out by the Colorado sign, but then Adam called me and he was like, yeah, do you wanna go camping down by the lake with the coyotes in the background and get a fire going? I was like, sure, why not? So that's what we've done. And the stars are out. You probably can't see. Well, you won't be able to see. So yeah, happy days.